Hello everyone. Today we will embark on a journey to explore the Japanese tuna fishing industry, an industry that is not only rich in tradition but also combines modern technology. Tuna fishing has become an indispensable part of the lives of people in the Japanese coastal areas, and also contributes significantly to the global fisheries economy. Imagine you are standing on a large ship, in the middle of the vast ocean, where giant purse seine nets are dropped, encircling huge schools of tuna. This is not only a job but also a fusion between humans and nature. Between tradition and modernity, this journey begins with careful preparations before each trip. Fishermen must check the ship, engine, and especially the purse seine nets, an important tool in fishing. These nets are not only designed to be large in size but also must be durable enough to withstand the weight of hundreds of tons of fish. On deck, the fishermen quickly check every detail, from modern positioning devices such as radar, sonar, to arranging the necessary tools for a long trip. This is a job that requires carefulness and experience, because even a small mistake can affect the whole trip. After everything is ready, the ship begins to leave the port, heading out to the open sea. This journey is not simply about steering the ship out to sea, but also a combination of technology and long-standing experience. Modern positioning devices will help the captains accurately determine the tuna flow, but deciding when and where to drop the net still depends on the fishermen's extensive experience. They observe the sea surface, feel the current, and even rely on small signals from nature such as the appearance of seabirds to determine the location of the fish. This is the blend of human intelligence and the magic of nature. When the tuna school was discovered, the entire fleet quickly prepared for the netting process. The purse seine, hundreds of meters long, was dropped into the water quickly but also very carefully. The fishermen on board worked like an elite army, coordinating every movement. One person controlled the netting system, another observed and reported the situation, while the captain adjusted the position of the ship to ensure the net covered the entire fish school. This was a tense but also exciting moment, because the success or failure of the whole trip depended greatly on this stage. After the net was dropped and completely surrounded the fish school, the next step was to collect the net and bring the fish onto the ship. This process also required close coordination and the use of modern equipment such as cranes and pumping systems to ensure the highest efficiency. Hundreds of tons of tuna were washed onto the deck, each large tuna weighing tens of kilograms shining under the sunlight. This is the moment when all the fatigue of the fishermen seems to disappear, replaced by joy and pride when seeing the fruits of their labor. Immediately after the tuna is loaded onto the boat, the preliminary processing stage begins. This is an important step to ensure the freshness and quality of the fish. The fishermen on board quickly clean the fish, cut off unnecessary parts, and classify the fish by size. Tuna that meet high standards will be prepared for processing or freezing right on the boat. Thanks to the modern equipment installed, tuna fishing boats today are not only means of transportation but also mini processing factories at sea, where the processes from preliminary processing to packaging are carried out professionally and scientifically. The process of processing tuna right on the boat is a testament to the advancement of technology in the Japanese seafood industry. Tuna is sliced into sashimi, packaged in small boxes or processed for export. The modern freezing system on board ensures that the fish remains fresh even while the ship is still on its way back to port. These premium tuna cuts are then delivered to restaurants, wholesale markets, or exported to other countries, where they become ingredients for famous dishes such as sushi or sashimi. In addition to the technical stages, the fishermen's lives on board are also an important part of this journey. Tuna fishing is not an easy job, especially when faced with harsh weather conditions, strong winds and waves, and the pressure of having to achieve high yields. However, the team spirit and optimism of the fishermen are always the driving force that helps them overcome all difficulties. Shared meals on board, humorous stories or moments of watching the sunrise at sea are memorable experiences, creating a special part of their lives. In addition to economic value, tuna fishing also has great cultural and social significance. Tuna is an indispensable part of Japanese cuisine and also a cultural bridge between Japan and other countries. however, to ensure the sustainability of the resource. In this context, Japanese fishermen always adhere to strict regulations on environmental protection and sustainable fishing. They use fishing methods that do not harm the ecosystem, and cooperate with international organizations to protect tuna resources. The journey of Japanese fishermen is not simply a job to make a living, but also a clear demonstration of perseverance. The combination of modern technology and traditional experience. When the ship leaves the port to go far out to sea, it is also the time when they enter a new challenge, facing unpredictable difficulties. However, what we admire most is their perseverance and optimistic attitude, qualities that have become indispensable characteristics of the fishing profession. As the ship goes deeper into the ocean, the fishermen begin to use modern positioning devices to search for tuna streams. Sonar, radar systems and even satellites are all connected to provide the most detailed images of underwater movements. However, technology is not always enough to ensure success. The fishermen's extensive experience is the deciding factor. They observe every small detail, from the color of the water surface, the behavior of seabirds, to changes in wind and wave currents. These seemingly invisible signals are the secret to helping them accurately determine the location of the fish school. Once the tuna school is found, the entire fleet quickly begins the process of dropping the giant purse seine. This is a specially designed net that is large enough to encircle an entire school of fish, and is made of super durable material to withstand the enormous pulling force from the weight of hundreds of tons of fish. Dropping the net is not simply a matter of spreading the net into the water. The captain must skillfully steer the ship in a perfect arc, enclosing the entire school of fish within the range of the net. Meanwhile, the fishermen on board coordinated smoothly, from adjusting the speed of the net, monitoring the situation, to handling unexpected situations. The most important moment was when the net was pulled up, and schools of large tuna gradually appeared under the clear blue water. The giant tuna with sleek, strong bodies, flailing in the sunlight, created a majestic and emotional scene. Cheers of excitement rang out on the deck, not only because of the economic value of these fish but also because of the success of a group that had worked tirelessly. This was the moment when all fatigue seemed to disappear, replaced by pride and excitement spreading throughout the ship. Immediately after the fish were brought onto the deck, the preliminary processing stage took place immediately to ensure that the fish retained their maximum freshness. This is one of the most important steps in the process, because the quality of the tuna depends not only on the way it was caught but also on how it was processed afterwards. The fishermen quickly split into groups, each with a job: cleaning the fish, removing the organs, and sorting the fish by size and weight. The largest, highest quality fish are carefully handled and stored in deep freeze tanks. With a modern freezing system installed right on board, the tuna can be frozen at extremely low temperatures, helping to preserve its freshness and nutritional value until it is brought back to land. On modern ships, tuna processing does not stop at preliminary processing. Many ships are also equipped with compact but efficient production lines, allowing the fish to be processed on the spot. Fresh pink tuna slices are cut into sashimi or prepared for packaging and export. Modern technology not only saves time but also ensures food hygiene and safety standards, which are very important in the seafood industry. Each tuna processed is a step in preparation to become the main ingredient for famous dishes such as sushi, sashimi, or other high-class seafood dishes around the world. Life on board during fishing days is a memorable story, interwoven between challenges and joy. Facing harsh weather conditions, from big waves to stormy days, the fishermen still maintain optimistic spirit. They work tirelessly but always take time to eat, rest and share everyday stories. Simple meals together on the deck, laughter amidst the sound of the waves. or moments of watching the sunrise on the vast ocean all become beautiful memories, helping them overcome the challenges of the seafaring profession. Tuna fishing not only brings economic benefits but also has great cultural and social significance. Tuna has become an indispensable part of Japanese cuisine, being the main ingredient for traditional and modern dishes. The economic value of tuna is huge. Especially the highest quality fish can be sold for millions of yen. However, Japanese fishermen not only focus on economic benefits but also always put sustainability first. They strictly follow regulations on sustainable exploitation, protection of aquatic resources and the marine environment. When the ship arrives at port, carrying a hold full of tuna, it is not only the result of labor but also the pride of the whole group. The tuna are brought to wholesale markets, where they become the focus of lively auctions, or exported to international markets. From there, tuna becomes a bridge between Japan and the world, carrying the story of perseverance, ingenuity and creativity of Japanese fishermen. The journey of catching tuna is a testament to the intersection between man and nature. Between tradition and modernity, it is not just a job, but also a story of dedication, passion and respect for the sea. Through this video, we hope you will better understand the people working in the sea, the difficulties they face and the values they bring to society. We hope that the images and stories in the video will inspire you to appreciate more the gifts from the sea and the people who work tirelessly to bring these wonderful products. When the fresh tuna are unloaded at the port, a bustling and vibrant scene appears. Giant fish crates are neatly arranged. Each batch is weighed and classified under the close supervision of experienced experts. This is the time when each tuna is thoroughly inspected to ensure quality before being brought to the market. With fish that meet the highest standards, they are not only food ingredients, but also become luxury items in competitive auctions. At large fish markets such as Tsukiji or Toyosu, tuna auctions are an awaited event, attracting not only traders but also food lovers and tourists from all over the world. The auction begins early in the morning, when each tuna is displayed on the auction floor, shining under the lights. The purchasing experts will use all their senses, from observing the color, touching the surface, to checking the fish fat, to evaluate the quality and make a decision. For special tuna, the price can reach millions of yen, creating explosive moments in the bustling atmosphere of the auction. After being purchased, the tuna will continue to be processed and prepared at modern factories or high-class restaurants. This process not only ensures food hygiene and safety but also preserves the nutritional value and freshness of the fish. For the Japanese culinary industry, tuna is not only an ingredient, but also an endless source of inspiration. The smooth, delicately sliced pieces of pink tuna become the focal point on premium sushi or sashimi plates. Bringing an unforgettable experience to diners. Each piece of fish tells a story about its long journey from the deep ocean to the dining table. In addition to high-end products, tuna is also processed into many different forms to serve the diverse needs of the market. Canned tuna, frozen tuna, or dried tuna are all popular products, widely consumed not only domestically but also exported to many other countries. The diversity in processing methods makes tuna one of the most economically valuable marine resources. Along with that, the Japanese government and fisheries organizations always pay attention to the sustainable management of tuna resources. They apply scientific measures to ensure that there is no overexploitation, maintaining the ecological balance of the ocean. Strict regulations on net size, fishing quotas and seasons are strictly followed. Fishermen are not only exploiters but also protectors of the ocean, always putting environmental responsibility first. However, things are not always smooth sailing. Fishermen often face harsh challenges from nature. Big storms can come suddenly, causing the whole boat to sway in rough waves. There are days when they go out to sea without catching any fish, suffering huge losses in fuel costs and effort. But it is these difficulties that have trained him to have a resilient spirit, never giving up. They understand that the ocean not only gives but also requires patience and gratitude. The life of fishermen does not only revolve around work. On the ships far away from home, they share joys, sorrows, and even simple dreams. Stories about family, small games on the deck, or evenings of stargazing in the vast ocean have become an indispensable part of their lives. It is these moments that bind them together, creating a united and strong fishing community. Returning to tuna products, they do not only provide food but also contribute to the economic and cultural development of Japan. The tuna industry creates thousands of jobs, from fishermen, processing workers, to culinary experts and distributors. At the same time, tuna has also become a symbol of creativity and sophistication in Japanese cuisine, attracting attention and admiration from the international community. Looking at the big picture, we cannot help but admire the fishermen, those who have devoted their lives to preserving and developing this traditional profession. From modern ships heading out to sea, to bustling fish markets, or delicious meals on the dining table, all are proof of their tireless work and creativity. The stories of tuna and the fishing industry in the Japanese Sea are not only a journey of labor, but also a journey of culture, heritage and national pride. From the early days of exploitation, when tools were still primitive and fishermen had to face countless dangers, to today's era with the support of modern technology, all reflect the remarkable progress of humans in conquering the sea. No one can deny the important role of tuna in the Japanese economy. As one of the world's leading tuna exporting countries, Japan has built a sustainable commercial ecosystem based on this marine resource. Tuna is not simply a commercial product, but also a symbol of the strength of the marine economy, of the ability to manage natural resources scientifically and effectively. The tuna industry has also contributed to shaping Japanese culinary culture, especially in traditional dishes such as sushi and sashimi. Fresh, delicately prepared tuna pieces not only highlight the quintessence of Japanese cuisine but also create a distinct difference from other cuisines in the world. Tuna, with its distinctive flavor and high nutritional value, has become a cultural ambassador, bringing the image of Japan closer to international friends. Tuna fishermen are not only hard-working workers, but they are also storytellers through each product they bring back. They carry with them memories of days at sea, long sleepless nights monitoring fish locating devices, and the overwhelming happiness when the first net is pulled up full of tuna. For them, this job is not only a source of income, but also a way to connect with the ocean, with nature and with the core values that they always cherish. Today's modern tuna fishing vessels are a testament to the remarkable technological advancements in the industry. With advanced radar systems, GPS devices, and cold storage technology on board, fishermen can ensure the quality of their fish from the moment they are caught until they are processed. This not only helps to increase the value of the product, but also minimizes the waste of resources, a problem that the fishing industry around the world is facing. In the context of globalization, Japanese tuna has become a famous brand, highly appreciated for its quality and safety. However, this also poses great challenges in terms of resource protection and sustainable development. Japan not only aims to exploit tuna efficiently, but also commits to complying with international regulations on protecting the marine environment. Initiatives such as catch quotas, fair fishing seasons, and artificial tuna farming projects demonstrate Japan's efforts to balance economic interests and environmental protection. In addition, educating the younger generation about the significance of fishing and the responsibility to protect the ocean is also an important part of Japan's sustainable development strategy. Schools in coastal areas often organize extracurricular programs, taking students to the sea to better understand the work of fishermen, as well as to realize the importance of protecting this precious resource. Inspiring stories from fishermen are also conveyed through books, movies, and television programs, helping to spread love and pride in fishing. For the international community, the story of Japan's tuna fishing industry is a lesson in perseverance, creativity, and responsibility. These values not only help Japan maintain its leading position in the tuna industry, but also contribute to building a strong, trustworthy image of the country in the international arena. Japan does not just sell products, but also brings a story of how humans and nature can coexist harmoniously. Looking back at the journey from the beginning of the sea until the tuna reaches the dining table, we can see that it is not just a series of jobs but a journey of passion and dedication. Each tuna is a story, each boat is a dream, and each fisherman is a witness to the constant changes of the sea and human life. With all that, the tuna fishing industry is not only a part of the marine economy, but also a symbol of the deep relationship between humans and the ocean. It is a story of attachment, of silent sacrifices, and of the aspiration to reach new horizons. This story, whether told through sailing ships or meals on the table, is worth our respect and pride. If you have come this far with us, continue to explore other aspects of fishing and marine life in the following videos. Leave your comments, share this video to spread the interesting story of the Japanese tuna industry. Thank you and see you on the next journey.